Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are joining us from. I wanted to say hello to everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well and healthy. And I wanted to thank all my new subscribers. I've had so many new subscribers for the past few days. I wanted to thank everyone for joining us. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Wafa, and I'm an English teacher here in Canada. And I decided to start this YouTube channel just to help you, or Facebook group to help you really prepare for your IELTS exam, especially your IELTS speaking exam, because I know a lot of students find it very difficult, the IELTS speaking section, just to do so many different things, such as managing your time, making sure that you answer the questions properly, and just ensuring that you can answer the question right. It's so challenging that a lot of students find it challenging to get a high band in IELTS speaking just because of all the different requirements. And before we start the IELTS speaking practice session today, I wanted to talk about certain mistakes a lot of students are making when preparing for IELTS speaking. The reason why I think it's important that I discuss these mistakes you may be making is because I don't want you to waste so much time thinking you need to be at a certain level before you take the IELTS speaking exam, right? It's so important. The first one I wanted to talk about is just assuming that you may think to yourself, you know what? I can't take the IELTS exam until I sound like a native English speaker because this is the only way to succeed in IELTS speaking. So I wanted to mention that this is not actually true. You do not need to sound like a native English speaker when you are preparing for the IELTS exam. Remember that the exam is actually testing you on your language skills, not on your pronunciation, not on how exactly if you sound like a native English speaker. He doesn't care if you sound like a native English speaker or not. If you are able to clearly deliver your message and answer to the best manner in IELTS speaking, this is what's going to score you a higher band in the speaking section. And another mistake a lot of students make is thinking, hello, Rajib, how are you? We're just quickly going over some mistakes a lot of students make in IELTS speaking before we start today's session. So the second mistake a lot of students make is they think they need to speak quickly, like in a quick pace in the IELTS speaking section to impress the examiner. Please, guys, this is going to affect your band score. Do not do this. Do not try it, because we all know that when you speak fast, number one, the examiner might not even understand what you're trying to say. And number two, it's just going to be difficult for him to actually move along with your sentences because you may not be speaking clearly, or you may not be delivering the message in the proper order you should be. Instead, try to speak at a steady tone so that way you are able to get your message across clearly, concisely, and ensuring that you answer every single thing he's asking you in IELTS speaking. And how about the third one? A lot of students assume that there's no possible way to improve your pronunciation for IELTS speaking. One thing I wanted to mention is in fact, it is actually possible with the right guidance, with the right tools. And I have a method that have helped hundreds of my students improve their pronunciation, so they became that confident English speaker in IELTS speaking. If you'd like to know about this method, make sure you check the description box at the end of this call, because I will be linking my IELTS speaking band 7 in 7 days course that will help you really level up your pronunciation. We have a whole section on it. So make sure you check the description box for the direct link to the waitlist of the course. And the fourth mistake a lot of students make is assuming that feeling anxious is something that they cannot fix. Like, for example, you'll always feel anxious when you are taking the exam. Actually, no, there are so many ways you could overcome anxiety. There are so many techniques and methods you can use to feel a lot more confident in IELTS speaking with the limited vocabulary you know. And this is what I teach throughout my course. I teach you how you can overcome this anxiety, feel confident, even with the limited vocabulary words you know. Make sure you check my description box, so that way you are, I really want to help you guys reduce that anxiety. Like, look, there's a lot of courses out there on IELTS speaking, but I notice all of them just cover sample IELTS speaking questions over and over and over again. That's not really going to help you. Those generic courses were not made for you. They're catered to the general public. You need a custom plan that's going to help you. You are a non-native English speaker, so you really need to make sure that you improve in all these different parts before you actually see that improvement in your IELTS speaking exam. And guys, before we move on, last but not least, another mistake a lot of students make is thinking that you need to know a high level of vocabulary words, because that's the only way to get a high score. This is wrong. This is not true, guys. You do not need to memorize a bunch of different vocabulary words over and over again, have a list of vocabulary words. If you don't know how to use these words, this is not going to help you. Remember, instead, practice using them, improving your language skills, so that way you know exactly how to use them, exactly in what context to use these vocabulary words, and this will help you get a band score. So I don't want to take everyone's time. If anybody would like to join for an IELTS speaking practice, I'd love to have you guys on the mic. As usual, I always mention to students, please check the description box of where you are watching the live, and you will see the link for the exact link where you could come on the screen and practice with me. I could give you feedback, and yeah, we could have a great conversation. I will paste it in the chat box as well, but some people may not see it. So please look at the description box of where you are joining us from. You will see the StreamYard link where you will be able to join the live on the camera and put your mic on and answer the questions. I'm going to put the questions up now. And today's topic is about famous people. So all the questions will be related to famous people. So let me just share my screen. If anyone once again would like to practice answering these questions, we'd love to have you on the live. Remember, this is a comfortable learning environment for all of us. We don't expect you to be perfect. We don't expect you to answer band 9 answers. This is a learning environment. So I'd love to meet you. If you'd like to come on the mic, I do see some people watching. So yeah, it would be great to have you guys practice and try to really improve, right? Practicing every day is so important in IELTS speaking, guys. You need to find ways to practice daily because that is the only way you will improve in your English. And remember, you don't, just like those mistakes that I just discussed, you don't need to be sound like a native English speaker. You don't need to have the perfect pronunciation. There's only a limit to what you need to do what and you are prepared for the exam. There's never going to be a day where you wake up and say, you know what, I'm prepared to take the IELTS exam today. You're always going to feel nervous, you're always going to feel anxious, but it's those positive talks you have with yourself. You know, it's funny, I was mentioning this to my other students the other day. As a teacher, I get nervous. I have to stand in front of a classroom of like 30 to 40 students. So some days I feel nervous to start the lecture. It's a normal feeling. We're all humans, whether it's my profession or not. Just knowing that I have to discuss a topic in front of 40 people is a bit nerve wracking. And this is something I am only telling you because I want to be honest. I want to be transparent. Feeling a sense of anxiety is normal, but knowing how to control that feeling, that is what is the most important in IELTS speaking. So if somebody would like to join, I'd love to have you on the mic. Seems like lots of people are feeling shy today. We have so many people watching. It would be great to have you on the mic. There we go. We have someone. Hello? Hello there. Uh, Hello, Hassam. Your mic is actually muted. Hi, Hassam.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you for joining us. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Egypt.
Oh, Egypt. Very nice. And have you ever taken the IELTS exam?
Actually, I like, of course, to prepare myself for the IELTS exam, but until now, I don't have the action.
Right, right. You don't have a roadmap or a plan in place.
Yeah, because of course I'm still afraid of it or worried about it.
Yes. So you've never taken the IELTS exam in the past.
And yeah, I had, I had
Okay.
once. I had once.
Right. And are you taking academic or general?
Of course, academic for my educational purpose.
Nice, nice. And you're planning to move abroad?
No, I am old enough. So
Okay.
really old enough. So stay here, but I prepare for the master degree. So I
Ah,
need to,
okay.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay, great. Let's help you start preparing. Would you like to take a shot at answering these questions?
Okay,
Okay, great. Can you tell me your full name and where you are from?
of course. Well, my first name is Hussam, and my last name is Muhammad. And if you wanna call me, you can call me Hussam. Of course, I am from Egypt.
Great. And maybe you can add what city in Egypt you live in.
Oh yeah, of course. Originally, I am from Mansoura. Mansoura is the big city in the delta, in the middle of delta, and people say about it's the mermaid of delta because, of course, it has a lot of wonderful places and picturesque museums and breathtaking places.
Great answer. And what are some of your favorite hobbies or interests?
Well, without a shadow of a doubt, with every one of us, and everyone has his hobbies and interests. But if I want to talk about myself, of course, my first hobby is playing football. Yeah, and also I have indoor hobby, like yeah, reading, because I think that reading is shaping the mind and the personality of a person.
Great answer. Great answer. So, how do you typically spend your weekends?
Yeah, you come to the for me, weekends is my favorite, and I think that is my favorite for all, because we are work around the clock during the weekdays, and actually during weekdays I have a tight schedule, so I don't have any time to spend it. So therefore, weekends in weekends I like to do a lot of activities, but first and foremost I like to spend quality time with my family, and sometimes also I like to put my feet up and take a rest.
Nice, great. And next question, do you enjoy reading books? Why or why not?
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, people describe me as a bibliophile because I like to collect books and I like to buy new books. uh, I can say because of course I am a teacher, so I like of course to get all new and updated books to be of course updated also and know a lot of things. From the other hand, it's I think it's one of my hobbies, of course, to read books in different aspects, um, and also so reading of course is my cup of tea, and I like to do it. But now, because I told before that I don't have any, I have yeah, free time, a lot of free time, so I read only on weekends or when I find myself free.
Great. And great use of idioms. You said my cup of tea, so that was great. And how about the next question? What kind of music do you like and why?
Mm. You come to something is, yeah, well, I can say I am not into music. So I don't like to listen to music. But if I have a choice, I can choose the classic music, because of course I think the modern one is not good, of course, for listening, especially for us, and because it doesn't raise our public taste. But the classic one, you can find quality word, good melody, and also good voices. Yeah, for example, sometimes I like to listen to Kulthum. It's a great singer, of course, in Egypt, and she had a lot of good songs. And actually, I have learned a lot of lessons from her songs.
Great, great answer. So, you answered great answers. You were very detailed in part one. Before we move on to part two, one tip I want to give you for part one is because if we talk too long in or we give too long of an answer, the examiner will actually stop you and say, "Okay, next question." And this may affect your band score. So the tip I always give students for each answer, try to answer at least with 3 sentences maximum only. So what is your favorite hobbies and interests? Just 3 sentences. So that way the examiner sees that you are aware of how you are structuring your answers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I
Yes.
got it. I got it. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
No problem. Okay, let's move on to part two. Hussam, I'm going to give you 1 minute to prepare your answer to speak for a full 2 minutes. Part two question says, describe a famous person you admire. You should say who is the person, why you admire them, and how they have influenced you or others. So I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute so you prepare your answer. Are you ready?
Yeah. No, what seconds to bring
Oh,
a pen and paper.
sure, go ahead. Yes, Rajib, you could go next, please. Join the link. As I mentioned in the description box of the Facebook event, you will see the link there. And you could join after Hussam.
Okay, now is okay.
Yes, okay, ready, set, go. All right, time's up. Are you ready?
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
Of course, we are people, so we have met a lot of well-known persons or well-known people in my life. But if I wanna choose one, of course, I will choose one from my country, who is Muhammad Salah, the great player, football player in Liverpool. And my choice for that person because of many reasons. First and foremost, he is from Egypt. On top of that, he is second to none for many people. Furthermore, although he is very famous, he mangles all people respectfully and also with a kind way. Um, we can say he has a good and a positive impact all, on youth and also on the old because of his situations in life. Yeah, and for example, his situation with the poor people, whether in Egypt or in England, he likes to help them by money and also by the other way. Um, I can add also something that comes to my mind now about him. He has come from an average family, but now he is one of the top and one of the top notch people all over the world because of his skills in playing football, and also he transfers and moves from one club to the other clubs. All in all, when I am talking about this person, I feel that I am on cloud nine because actually he is one of the influenced people and one of the celebrities.
Yeah, he's one of the most influential people. Very great answer. Good answer. You answered all of the three questions: who the person is, why you admire them, and how they have influenced you or others. You were just a little over your time. So always remember that. Would not,
Overtables.
yeah,
Overtables.
yeah, like
Okay.
about 25 seconds. So always remember that. Try to structure your answers. Even for part two, I always recommend giving three sentences for each point: who the person is, this person's name is, what's his name, Mohammed Salah. He is the world's most famous soccer player. And one thing I really love about him is he's from my home country, Egypt. then why you admire them? Move on. One reason why I admire him is because he scored the most goals, something like this, like you mentioned. So that was great. Great work, Hassam. Let's move on to part three. What qualities? Oh, why is my thing a little? Just give me 1 sec. Let me fix this so it's
Okay.
not. So, there we go.
Yeah.
What qualities do people generally admire in public figures or celebrities?
Um, from my perspective, that of course we have some characteristics and features should have in people or in influential people. But the most important one and the significant one is, yeah, they should have solid opinion or solid situations. They of course should influence in the other people by their actions and also by their words, because of course actions speak louder than words. So we don't only to like to hear from them, but I like to see their actions in front of me. So celebrities should do more than talk or speak.
Great, great answer. And how do famous individuals impact society and culture?
Yeah, it's a great question, because of course the celebrities should have a social role, and should influence and impact in their community, like for example to share and participate in some campaign, yes, to raise the awareness for the youth towards a specific topic, for example. And for example, as I talked before, Muhammad Salah also, because he is one of the top celebrities, he participated 2 years ago in one of the campaign to raise the awareness, of course, of youth against addiction or against taking drugs. And it was, of course, a great campaign, and it achieved a great victory and influence on youth.
Great, great answer. So, are there any negative aspects of being a celebrity or public figure?
Well, let me think about that question. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, everything, yeah, as you know, that everything has double-faced or double-faced, and one positive and the other negative. If you are celebrities, of course, you will have a fame, and all people will know you and something like that. On the other hand, we'll have, of course, some negative and harm and detrimental part. Like, for example, here, there is no privacy. You can't do what you want and where you want, because of course you can find all people eyes towards you. So it's very difficult, of course, to live your personal and private life. And of course, we have some people who follow the celebrities to spread their news and to take, for example, yeah, to achieve and to achieve the first rank and the first place in magazines and in newspapers. So of course, I think it has a harmful aspects, of course, to be one of the celebrities and public figure.
Great answer. So, next one, Husam. In your opinion, should celebrities use their status to promote social or political causes?
Um, yeah, Actually, because I am not an expert in that field, the field of policy and the field of something like that, but I am talking from my experience and from my perspective. I don't think so, because of course it affects negatively on them, because of course if they support any any public any political figure, or any the one who wants to be a president or something like that, it affects on his fame, and of course on his name, in on his status, if this person fails, or if this person doesn't achieve or doesn't or want to be a president. So I think it's better, of course, to avoid any types of political issues, or political cases or political issues.
Great answer. And how about the last one? How has the role of celebrities changed with the rise of social media and technology?
Yeah, well, right. First and foremost, let's agree about the role of social media and technology. Now, yes, technology and media social platforms can raise some people and also down them. So, their yeah, the role of those celebrities, it changed dramatically in the age and in the era of social media, because of course they should uh, participate, and also they should here to take the social media and these platforms as one of their platform that they spirit, and yes, they write, and yeah, exchange and exchange opinions and use the technology, of course. Okay. uh, to be always in the image, because of course if you don't use the social media and the platforms and also the technology, of course you will disappear from the image. So if you want to be in the heart of the action, in the heart of the image, in the middle, of course you should use social media and technology. And of course, a lot of celebrities now, and their pages on Facebook and YouTube, they have more than 15 millions. So social media, of course, and technology, in a nutshell, social media and technology play a great role in the life of celebrities.
Great. I like your last answer, how you said in a nutshell, meaning in conclusion, so the examiner knows you're wrapping up your question or your answer. So that was great, Hassam. You did a great job. You gave lots of detailed questions or answers throughout all the different parts, one, two, and three. Just always remember to have a structure of how you're going to answer your questions. But overall, you did great, like I said. And we are actually launching an IELTS speaking course very soon. Just like you said, sometimes we all need some structure or some roadmap to follow. So it will be a 7-day course that I will be teaching live over Zoom. I haven't finalized everything yet, but it will be launched in November sometime. If this is something you are interested in, make sure you sign up for the wait list. It will be in the description box. And just so you are aware when it is launched, and you could join it for sure. It would definitely help you. There's one section on pronunciation, there's one section on how to build your vocabulary. So there's 7 modules, and every day we concentrate on one module.
Actually, it's a great thing, of course, if I join you and participate with you in that program, in that course. But of course, let me think about that, of course, and
Yes.
I will join if I have time, because actually I am a teacher and I don't have
Oh, nice.
I
Great.
have a
What do you
time.
teach?
Yeah,
What do you teach?
I teach Arabic and Islamic studies.
Oh, nice. Very nice. That's great. Well, all our lectures will be recorded. So even though it will be live, it will be recorded. And it's at a good time like this because I know what time is it in Egypt now?
Now is 6:35.
Yes, so it's a little bit of a better time for most people because it's the evening. So I will make sure it's just a wait list. You will just get notified when we launch it and see if it works for you. If not, hopefully, I wish for the best for you.
Thank you so much for your effort and for
Thank
your,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so much.
you. I will, I hope to see you again on these lives.
Of course, without a shadow of a doubt. Yes.
Take care. Yes, take care. Bye now.
Bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. So we have somebody else on the line. Rajib has been waiting. Let's one second, guys. My computer is about a little slow today. Hi, Rajib. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. I'm fine.
How?
What's about you?
Great. Thanks. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can, thanks. Can you hear me properly, Rajib?
Yes, sure. Yes, I hear you, ma'am.
All right. Guys, just one sec. It seems like we're having some technical issues. Let's try to get Rajib back on the line. Hi, Rajib. Can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, great. It wasn't joining you. I'm not sure why. How are you today? Good?
Yes, ma'am. I'm good today.
Great, great. So let's go through the questions. Let's start from the top. Can you tell me your phone name and where you are from?
Well, my full name is Ragib Hasin. You can address me Ragib, and I'm from Bangladesh. And I right now I live in Dhaka.
Great. And what are your favorite hobbies or interests?
Actually, I have a lots of favorite hobbies, but one of my favorite hobbies is gardening because of I have a lots of flower trees in my balconies and as well as outside of my home. So every day I always try to uh, give water to my plants, and I feel very comfortable whenever I take care of my trees.
Very nice. And how do you typically spend your weekends?
Actually, whenever I got time in weekend, I go outside with my friends for travel or different places where I do lots of activities over there, such as playing games and also doing some kind of activities such as social activities and try to give some food to the poor people.
Great. That's a great answer. Do you enjoy reading books? Why or why not?
Certainly, I always enjoy reading books for different purposes because I uh, got lots of information by reading books, and that's why I always try to learn something new. And I can enhance my knowledge by reading books that make me more comfortable and to become a good person or build my career. So that's why I try to read different kind of books from different museum and different places.
Great answer. I would even discuss what type of books do you like to read? Do you like to read fiction, nonfiction? Do you like to read suspense? Just just to help the examiner understand. How about the next one? What kind of music do you like?
Okay. I actually like folk music because in my country lots of traditional music over there, and lots of Bengali people they always love to listen different kind of folk music, and that's why I always fond of this types of music, and I feel very peach and my heart leaves us with joy whenever I listen this types of music.
Great, great answer. So, Ragib, do you have a pen and paper for us to give you 1 minute to prepare your answer for part two, which the question says, describe a famous person you admire. You should say who is this person, why you admire them, and how they have influenced you or others. Let me
Okay, ma'am.
know if you have a pen and paper, and I will start the timer.
Yes, I have a pen and paper. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. All right, time's up, Ragib. Ragib, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. In my entire life I already met lots of famous person in my life and I feel very comfortable and I got lots of knowledge from them. However, today I'm going to talk about a person who I admire most. His name is Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and he's one of the most famous person in our country because he was the former prime minister of Bangladesh, and he had done lots of activities for our liberation war. Therefore lots of people they are always try to follow him and always try to inspire from his activities that he had done for our liberation war. Moreover, I want to say that I actually admire myself from his activities whatever he had done. Whenever we face difficulties and he can easily solve all of this problem, I admire them for different purposes because I feel that by following this types of person, we can learn lots of things and we can easily learn enormous knowledge from this types of person. And they influence myself and all over the nation and the people whatever they see any kind of problem they can influence by his activities whatever he had done for our war. He has provided us lots of directions and he always influences us by providing different kind of information strategies and how we can work for any kind of situation. He always motivated us. For this reason I think lots of people is influenced by his activities. That was the great activities he had done for our war.
Great. Oh, great. You were right on time. 43:48. That's awesome. Good job. You did great, Ragib. You answered each question, that who the person was, why you admire them, and how they've influenced you. So that's great. And I would even try to give like the last answer. You are going to wrap up, I would say. So, in conclusion, and I would mention the last sentence so the examiner knows you are ending your conversation. It just looks a little more structured. Like, say the same thing you said in your last sentence, but start the sentence with, so in conclusion, and the last sentence. Does that make sense?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, great work though. And in part three, what qualities do people generally admire in public figures or celebrities?
I think there are lots of qualities that people might have for generally admire the public figures or celebrities, such as their intellectual skills, their knowledge, and their activities that they have done their past to get the opportunities and success. So people always try to follow whatever they done and how they reached the top success. I think that are the most common things that people follow the public figures or celebrities.
Great work. And how do famous people impact society and culture?
I think the famous person they play an important role for our society and culture, such as whenever any individual famous person they are doing something good for any society, all of the world people they are very innovative and they are also try to do the same thing whatever the famous person done, and they are also inspired by their activities that play the important role, and our culture are also benefited by these types of activities whatever they are done for our society.
Great answer. Are there any negative aspects of being a celebrity or public figure?
Uh, I think no, because maximum celebrities they are always try to be something better for our society, and they are working very hard for our society. But sometimes some celebrities they are doing something uh, uh, bad news or something unwanted news that might be very harmful for our society. So there, this that types of things may be. Uh, very dangerous for our society, so they might have to be care for these things.
Great answer. Next one. In your opinion, should celebrities use their status to promote social or political causes?
uh, in my opinion, I think they should maintain the proper status and promote social or political causes because of different reason behind that, because if they don't follow the rules and regulation, that might be very detrimental for our society. On the other hand, they can also do something better to promote our society by their activities. uh, and I believe that if the celebrities they are using their status to promote our society, that might be very helpful for our society, and every people of the society they are also following whatever the celebrities done. So I think it play a vital role.
Great. And how has the role of celebrities changed with the rise of social media and technology?
Nowadays, celebrities changed lots of things by providing different kind of advertisement on social media and using different technologies, such as they are using a different kind of ads on smartphone and television. They are motivating people not to do any kind of unwanted work, or they might be suffer if they are doing this types of work. So they can easily influence people by using the social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, etc. And I think by using this types of technology, so the celebrities can easily deliver their speech all over the world. So that might be very useful for all of us.
Great work. Great answers, Ragib. I wanted to say thank you for your time. You answered with lots of detail throughout all the different parts. Great work. I hope to see you on another live soon.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
When are you planning to take your exam, Ragib?
I think next month.
Oh, that's exciting. I think you could do it.
Yeah, man.
You're doing great. I hope to see you a few more times before you take your exam.
Yes, I try my best, but
Yes.
some kind of nervousness, and I have a lack of vocabulary. That's why was so tough for me to communicate. But I am
Yes.
trying my best to improve myself.
No, see, that's what I was discussing earlier. Don't ever think you need to learn so many different vocabulary words to become more confident. Confidence is something that you could overcome without learning so many new vocabulary words, so many different words. Actually, that's going to make you a bit more nervous if you don't know how to use those vocabulary words, right? So make sure you spend your time when you learn vocabulary words on how to use them in your language, because I'll guarantee you if you learn words and you go to talk to someone, you're going to forget half the words you learned. So remember that, and also remember to follow a structure when you are preparing for your speaking exam. We are launching our course. This course might work for you because it's gonna be taught in 7 days live, and it will be starting in November. So maybe before your exam, if you're interested, you can take it. Um, I really think having a structure is so important.
Sure, ma'am. I'll try to
Okay.
join your
Yes.
course.
Thank you so much, Ragib. Take care. We have somebody else on the line. Hello, Masoom. Let's see if he's around. Let's see. Hi, Masoom. If not, we will have to get back to him. It doesn't seem like he's at his desk. Um, we'll give him a minute. Hopefully, he gets back. So, guys, as I mentioned, these students have been doing a great job at answering all the different questions that they practice. Just remember that it's so important that when you are answering your questions, that you structure them properly so they come out clearly, and you are not over talking, you are not giving too much information, because remember that if you speak for too long, the examiner will actually tell you, okay, next question, let's move on. And that doesn't look so good. That's actually going to affect your band score. So you want to make sure you show the examiner that yes, I am in control of what I am saying, and I know when to stop talking and not to talk too much. So the best rule of thumb is answer each questions in 3 sentences only, so that way you know what you're going to say in those 3 sentences and how you are going to end your discussion. And remember, in part 2, yes, part 2 of the exam, when the examiner gives you that 1 minute to prepare your answer, write 3 points for each question you need to respond with. If you are able to write 3 points for each question you're going to respond with, this is the general rule of thumb of being able to speak for a full 2 minutes and you won't go over. Have control, guys. Show the examiner that you are that confident speaker. Sorry. And you know how exactly you can talk. So I really wanted to mention all these because I think it's important. You don't need to be that perfect native English speaker thinking that you need to have the perfect pronunciation. It is possible to score a band 7 and higher in IELTS speaking just using the right methods, the right techniques, guys. And I have helped hundreds of students use the right techniques and methods. My method has helped so many students score band 7 and higher in IELTS speaking. Make sure you check the description box. down below so you could sign up for the waitlist of our IELTS speaking band 7 in 7 days course. We will be teaching this course live, and we have 7 different modules. So every day we are going to concentrate on one module. So the first module till the seventh module will be taught by me over Zoom. And not only that, best of all, I'm so excited to say that we actually have a 1 hour call after every module every week. So we can discuss what you need help with, what you don't understand, what you need clarification with. And I will be managing these calls, helping you. I think it's so important to offer a live component as well in my course. To be honest, I'm not so crazy over just selling digital courses because I want to get to know you. I want to help every single student individually and making sure that you are able to improve certain things. Maybe you have a difficult time with your pronunciation. Maybe you have lots of anxiety. Maybe you just feel scared every time you talk, or you hesitate every time you talk. These are normal feelings, but knowing how to overcome them, knowing how to help your challenges, this is the most important, guys. This is why I am telling you that you need to. Generic courses will not work for you because they don't concentrate on these things. All they concentrate on is, oh, here's a sample question, here's a mock test, uh, just memorize it and you'll become better speaker. No, you won't, because when you face the examiner, you're actually going to be nervous as heck to answer these questions. You need to know how to use vocabulary words. You need to know how to overcome your anxiety and feelings of being scared and hesitating throughout your speech. And this is why my course is tailored for you, because I cover all these different aspects to help you throughout my course really level up your IELTS speaking day by day. We concentrate on each section, guys. So, guys, I want to thank everyone for joining me on today's live. If there's any questions, let me know in the chat box, or if anybody else would like to participate in the Q&A, or sorry, the speaking practice. I will give one more student a chance to answer the questions, and I am here. Please let me know. I am waiting. If not, we will end this live in a minute. And I wish you guys the best day. And Musa, it says that you'd like to join. Please make sure that you check the description box of the you're joining us from Facebook. So check the Facebook description box of the event. You will see a StreamYard link there where you click and you will be on the live. All right, let's see if Musa is able to join us. That would be great. If not, I really hope these lives are helping you guys, helping you improve in your English. Remember to practice your English every single day. This is the only way you will see improvement if you do something daily, guys. Some ways you can practice your English are maybe watching a podcast or listening to a podcast, reading an article, maybe joining a Facebook community group where you are able to exchange information or opinions with somebody related to topics you are interested in. So I hope the information I have provided you today has helped you too, guys. I wish you guys well. Take care. Make sure you subscribe to my channel just so you are updated on all the other lives that I put out on this channel. Guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye now.